Oh my gosh!
Y'all need
to have a meeting on this and establish.
Do we need to have a meeting on this?
Yes, clearly.
I mean, we can talk about it tomorrow when we watch Scary Things.
Yes, scary. Okay. Since it's Halloween theme,
no, this is not Halloween.
It's Halloween theme. You're the only one that has brought up Halloween.
Right?
It's because I love Halloween.
Okay, we still need to talk about my topic as to where you need to be at age 27.
I already did.
Oh wait,
it's the whole episode.
I think
I need a shot.
Oh goodness!
I need to get my cup empty.
Where's your?
Okay.
Just so you know, I know how to long.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the topic.
Thank you.
So I do agree with what Jonathan said, though. I think it is based on our individual expectations, but it's also based on like our family's expectations, because what we set for ourselves and what they be setting for us be different. And they be like, "You're not doing this yet," and it's like,
true.
I hadn't planned to do it yet. Like, true. I want to do this in my way with my steps, and I'm doing it correctly. So when you try to rush because you got all of these outside influences, that's when you mess up. Like I try to get like a car because everybody told me I should have had a car. So I bought this car that I could not afford, and
was it the Buick?
And it was nice for like selfies.
Yeah, the Buick was terrible. That was a terrible financial decision. It was terrible with payments. It cost way too much. That car was probably that car is double the price of the car I have now.
Sheesh! Was it really?
Yeah, and the car I have now is newer. It's newer. It drives smoother. It's like, and the payments is cheaper.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So I just rushed into it because I felt like I'm grown. I have my license. I'm supposed
to
have
Man,
you know what? I like hearing that as someone who does not drive.
I do agree.
Don't go to the place I went to, and make sure you take somebody with you who knows
loud. I do agree with the outside. I do agree with the outside influences. My dad, like I mentioned, he was a big one, acting as if, not acting as if, but was very much so like, I don't want to consider myself a starving artist, but we all work in a 9-to-5. We all doing something to fund our dreams, and he didn't necessarily believe too much in the dream. He just believed more so in like, when you're gonna be grounded to where you don't need to call me to ask to borrow $10 or something like that. And I just was kind of like, I didn't ask to be here, so when I need help... No, I'm just kidding. That's so bratty.
No,
it is.
But it's like, I kind of get you, because it's like, even, you know how we was talking about earlier, how they be like, back in my day.
Yeah.
It's like, they're the people who was like, I'm working 10 jobs. And I started working 10 jobs when I was like 14.
Right.
And it's like, I tried to get a job when I was 14. They told that story to every child. So every child was applying to all the jobs I was applying.
It's just like, our lives are not going to play out like your lives are. And I need you to be just a little bit more supportive when it comes to that. I know we also look at, aside from our parents, we look at where everyone else is. Like, I do see a lot of my friends who have settled down. They do have their house. What up, girl? They've settled down. They do have their house. All of that. And it's just kind of like, you think, like, damn, like, I'm about to be 27. Like, I should be there too. But then you have to reel it back and remind yourself, like, no. Your goals and journey is not what they want. To be honest, I don't want no damn house right now. I just want to be able to pay my car note, like, effectively every month type of deal. Like, I just want my show to take off. So I do also have to remember those things that you look outside of that, like looking on social media and that type of deal.
Yeah,
like, go ahead. Like, you know, that can really F somebody up too. Really quick, we got Ashanti in the building. Hey, what up, girl?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh
no.
I just want to say,
I'm very excited about it, but I would have not have drank this bullshit ass vodka.
Amira,
you've been drinking the most out of it.
Amira,
because I had a long day. Damn it.
I had something to say.
Oh, y'all longer than me.
What? You just woke up.
So, running over the topic,
I
feel as though I agree with what you're saying. I know, like, whenever my family always asks how many are children, I always be like, I'm not emotionally,
financially,
or mentally stable to be able to support a child. I can't even support an animal.
I can't even support my cats.
But I was going to say, I can't even support an animal.
My cat keeps trying to drink out of the sink, and I'm like, you have a whole bottle of water over here, a whole bowl of water.
My friends got her cat a fountain.
I had a fountain that got caught in the flood.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, it's time to buy some new shit.
It's all about your mentality and your mental stability.
I've seen it come stirrable.
Heard,
if that water's stale, they'd be like,
okay, all right. So we're going to move on.
I have heard the argument that like not having children is immature, but I think understanding your situation, like understanding your situation and what you want, is more mature. Because it's like, you know, if you don't want the child, like people don't want children, terrible things happen to children.
You're winning if you already know what you want in life, and you just can't let yourself slip and be worried about what's going on.
But people of the older generation be getting mad at us for
they
one
do.
Like, they get mad that we choose to go to college, get a career, and get ourselves stable before we.
They get mad if we bounce around.
Right,
and
they get mad that we don't go to college. Mm-hmm. They're like, why aren't you in school? I'm like, you go to school?
Right. So it's like our parents.
And college is not for everybody. There's
exactly.
Trade, there's different jobs that you can learn skills from.
Yeah. But it's like I had a conversation with someone who was like, y'all millennials these days or whatever, like y'all want to go to college and do this and the third, whereas we worked. And I just kind of was like, well, our parents engraved it in our heads to do better than them. And at that time, college was popping and was actually making a difference in everyone's lives. So for them, they want to push that. It's not our fault that college caught on that this is a big business for them and they made it a commodity, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then don't get mad at us if we work a job or we're working a position and we decide it's not for us and want to move on to something else. Because they fussed about that too. Like, y'all just bounce around. I'm just kind of like, why not?
But it's like you stayed at a job that you literally hated.
Right, exactly. You know, Jasmine don't drink no tequila. Mira do.
I will say this.
Crossing the border.
Nowadays, there was hair in there.
There's vodka, tequila.
I'll be right.
Nowadays, going to college, they're basically both going to college to work. They're basically going to college to work for your degree.
No, it's okay.
Right, and it's like, but it's if you can have. Like, there's people who didn't go to college.
That are successful.
But I'm saying, like...
Exactly,
but it's not even... That's
Trump! He a whole president!
We're not talking about politics yet.
I'm just saying, that's a perfect example. You a whole president.
He's successful because of nepotism. But that goes along with what I was going to say. I was going to say
his daddy gave him a small loan of $1 million. That's how he got
I thought it was 10.
I thought that was $1 million.
Probably 10. I believe the 10 part.
Right, the small loan part killed me out.
They got the collateral.
But what I'm saying is that there's people who didn't go to college, but they're still in higher positions. And they're in higher positions, and it could be based on their networking experience. It could be based on how they're moving around in the world. So for people who saying, I hate that you bounce around, like, this bouncing around is showing me different opportunities.
Right.
Like, I've had 3 jobs this year, which is a lot for me. And
I'm actually proud that I've been at the same job for this long now.
Yeah, but it's like when I was at this job, I saw somebody from my last position, and it's like me talking about that helped with my other previous position.
Right.
So it's like all of those helped me with the job that I'm in now, and all of them are linked together. So it's like we all, and I know everybody. So it's like I can still, if they need some help, I can call somebody from my last position. Yeah. So don't hate that I've had multiple jobs. Okay, it's called networking.
Networking.
Real quick, it's 9:19.
I see that.
I'm just jumping.
Okay, so this one takes time to build up.
Kind of better. We got 10 minutes, basically. We got 11 minutes. We had such a good conversation.
We did.
I had such a bum day, so I'm glad. Same. Yes, Ashanti, just to catch you up, the topic today was, due to me fussing today, was, where should we be at age 27?
I've been wondering about 25, so 27.
Yeah. I'm adding some more years. Spiritually, I was told by Witch Dr. Alex, shout out, I was told that the last 3 years of your 20s are the absolute hardest.
I believe that.
It's basically the realm of earning your 30s. And once you make it past that, the rest of everything should go a little more smooth.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's granted upon you by the universe. So if it doesn't happen and you have a smooth, last 3 years of your 20s, then it'll hit you. He said that it'll hit you somewhere in your 50s or something like that. But it won't be as intense as it would hit you in the last 3 years of your 20s.
Ooh, so are you ready?
No! That's probably why I've been so stressed and there's been so much pressure because I'm like, that's coming up.
It's like today was practice. Like this is a mere preview.
Well, there's so many days of practice. I'm just kind of like, like when I learned I wasn't going to get a paycheck anytime soon, I was like, oh my gosh. Here's what happened to all my money. Because I actually had a little bit of something, but the gym, I love my little boxing gym, but they took the money, and then sending Ashanti money, I don't know what happened, but Venmo charged me a fee. And then they took the last of my money. And I turned up last night for a coworker's birthday. I already told it to Jasmine.
Are you in the red?
And that's how I found out I had no money.
Because I don't think she got in the red. I think it said no.
No, it declined.
Yeah.
Anthony sent me gas money, which I kept on Cash App because I like to keep money on Cash App sometimes just in case.
Same. You got a card?
But I had to pull it to pay for my bill last night.
See, that's why I like the Cash App card because that way it helps me separate my money.
Well, what happened was I used to have a checking account, like a separate checking account. I had 2 different checking accounts. And this checking account is where I put all my money and then transfer to the other account because that's where a lot of stuff would be pulled out.
A lot of money being
so sometimes
but that's what I want to do.
They couldn't pull money out if it wasn't there. So you ain't touching my money. But
like the entirety. Money. That was the entirety.
So you didn't have to wait 3 days for them to
well, what happened was that account basically, because me and my brother both had one. That account was no, me and my brother, we weren't supposed to have that account anymore due to us
growing up,
yeah. But they missed that, so they didn't. So they did an audit recently and realized like, oh, you're not supposed to have this account, and removed it or gave it to my mom or something like that.
Mine, they just elevated it to the regular checking and started charging me without telling me.
Wait, what?
They took it out of like the student account and they made it like a classic account. And the classic account came with a fee. It was a monthly fee.
How much was the fee?
That's good.
Which adds up if they like, because they
did
tomato juice? Like the audit too. So it was $12 per month that they missed.
I just don't like grapefruit.
A year is $144.
No.
I spent all $144.
I'm very not picky right now.
I thought that when we were at WKU, not overdraft fees caught up.
I hate overdraft fees.
Oh my god!
That's what I like on credit unions.
Oh my gosh!
Credit union does not charge me overdraft fee.
I just want to say shout out to DJ Samosa. We did not get to our twerk time today, but I did play the music. I don't know if you're going to hear it or not. You probably hear it over me right now, but we hope that you heard. I'm not hearing anything right now to be able to tell you. But yes, shouts out. Hold on, what time is it? Dang, where did the time go? Oh, I know, I was late.
We had a good conversation.
We sure did.
Bomb conversation. I love my squad so much. I do this for them. I swear, when I say
we do it for you.
When I say that I'm trying to make it for my squads, like
my rose
it's
quartz,
the
I'm
truth. Okay, I wear pearls. I feel like I should.
So you're the pearl. I'm the rose.
Thank
quartz.
you.
That was cute. She was like, I'm the pearl.
I don't leave the house without them. So. But I mean that seriously. So whatever age I'm supposed to be popping, I know that my squads is coming with me.
Girl, we're gonna be there for you all the time.
You gonna be there for me, but I'm dragging you with me, like you don't really have a choice.
I don't have a choice.
Yeah. No, just like you didn't have a choice to be an ally.
I could have stayed home.
You didn't have
and
a choice.
Wings.
No.
But you see how he did. You know what? Jonathan was gonna be here for you so much that he packed up his pork chop and put it in his backpack and ate it on the way.
See, that's loyalty.
That's loyalty.
Like, I'm serious. Like, he wasn't playing.
Loyalty.
Like, he didn't stop and be like, because I would have been like, I'm going to get it out. No,
because you fake.
He waited. He probably will. He's like,
and I promise you, Jonathan, for all the pork chops you got to pack up and eat on the way, when I make it, it's going to be unlimited pork chops. And you don't got to pack nothing. You just eat it right there on the spot.
Oh, why are you going to eat like a tray?
Really?
A tray.
A tray of
so
pork
chops. So if you are on the go,
I can't tell you, when I was cooking this pork chop, I done got in the house, put the fryer, put my grandmother, dropped in the ice, took a shower.
Okay.
Cooked and showered at the same time.
All right.
How you cook?
That's actually a good topic for next time. Like, when it comes down, so preview. I'll be quick. I know my friends hate me because I'd be like, I can go on a trip, and then like stuff just happens. Wait, I can say shit. Stuff just happens.